In this particular video, I'm going to take you through how to leverage a prospect or buyer's activity and profile to develop a plan for digital engagement. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you're on YouTube, check the alert notification button here. In this particular profile, I'm going to walk you through 7 major areas that I would look through as a sales rep to be able to develop a plan on how I'm going to engage if I was engaging for the first time, or maybe it's a contact that I'm connected to and I haven't engaged with for some time. Now, one of the first things that I would do here on this particular buyer's profile is I would come to their contact information section. When I click on this contact information section, I could see various different pieces of information. One of them might be a website. What I'm looking for are things related to a personal website, a blog. Maybe they have their own blog or thought leadership that they're putting onto Forbes, Medium, or their own personal website. Now, in this case, Mr. Carrington does not have anything there. So I close that up. And now the next thing I'm going to look at is, of course, mutual connections. If I come to mutual connections, I want to see who does he know that I could potentially look at to help me give a warm introduction, even if we might be a first degree connection already. Maybe I haven't spoken to that person in a long period of time. So in that particular case, I might come inside here, and I could also use my filters to look at how I want to filter this down by maybe it's schools, maybe it's companies, maybe it's something related to a keyword to bring down that search to somebody that I might be looking for to make the introduction. Now that I've gone through mutual connections and I don't have anybody that I could ask for an introduction, I'm going to look at the About section. I'm going to click on this See More area, and I'm going to read his About section. What am I looking for? I'm looking for different pieces of information that I might be able to use to connect on a personalized level. For example, if you look at this particular section here, sought after speaker and thought leader in areas of revenue operations, sales enablement and training, sales operations, and the future of sales and sales leadership. There might be some great articles that I could specifically share on the future of sales or sales leadership or revenue operations that might be hyper personalized, since these are things that he's passionate about and these are things that he's speaking on. I might also look at how I might be able to engage with him on these particular topics as well in asking his opinion or his thought leadership specifically. As I go down the rest of this profile, I'm going to bounce all the way down to the volunteer experience section. The volunteer experience section is a very important area that you could look at. Now, I want to look at these and see if there's any commonalities, something that I can relate to and hyper-personalize to. But if not, what I'm looking for are there areas of passion that I might be able to relate to, in this case, Toby with, and or bring in a highly personalized commentary about the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, as an example. In addition, I'm going to scroll down to the area called recommendations. Now, I like to read the recommendations that they have received to understand the type of person that this individual leader is, their leadership style. What do people say about this particular individual? And I think about how I can personalize messaging or my outreach based upon how people describe that particular individual. Another area I like to go to is the accomplishments area. Boy, do I really like this one. In this case, we can see here that he actually speaks both English and German. If I see that he speaks another language, like in this case, German, I come over here to Google Translate, and I think of a subject line to be able to reach out to this particular buyer. In this case, I just use the words "enjoyed your post." I'm going from English and I'm translating to German. Now, what I would do here is I would simply copy this and I would use this as my subject line on an email, which generally really gets that individual's attention. And it shows that you're hyper personalizing that outreach to that individual.